1840s, a small group of Presbyterians discerned that God was calling them to establish a church in the booming river town of St. Louis to impact their often raucous but explosively growing community for Christ. In 1844, these pioneers built the first church at 8th and Locust, and the journey of Central Presbyterian Church began. It was the time of their lives. Over the decades and interwoven with St. Louis's rich history, the church buildings and congregation migrated west until landing at the current location at Hanley and Davis in Clayton in 1930. Nearly half of Central's 170-plus years of history have now played out at the current location. Over the decades, some of the best preachers and teachers in the country have been drawn to proclaim the gospel from Central's pulpit. The hurting world has been meaningfully touched by Central's consistent mission outreach. In the 1950s, God gave Central a vision for a school, one that today is bursting at the seams with record enrollment and a regional reputation for academic excellence. This long, fruitful history speaks to a sense of profound blessing and mercy given by God over generations. We stand in awe over His faithfulness.
When people ask Barbara and me why we chose Central Christian School, one of the things that I share with people is that the fact that we're doing a Christ-centered education with excellence. We've been blessed with amazing teachers. Our test scores are some of the top in the country. But one of the things that really drew us to Central was the amazing diversity. 1/3 of our students are African American, and the month after we moved here, Ferguson happened. So little did I know what God was preparing us for, but just the fact that we've been able to speak into this in St. Louis in such a powerful way, both in the courageous conversations we've been having among our faculty as well as among our parents, and bringing African American and Caucasian families together has been such a powerful witness.
My wife Jana and I have been privileged to be members of Central for almost 30 years, and I've been on the session for the last 4 years. When I think of a new senior pastor, I believe it would be helpful to have a shepherd for the session. We don't need a king. We need someone who will lead the session to the place where they would have the most healthy relationship with each other and with the congregation.
I'd like to see someone who has a passion for evangelism and a passion for bringing people together and a passion for outreach to our community. As you think about the next generation of kids and young adults, the millennials, how are we going to reach those folks, but at the same time resonate with the existing members?
Kids Central's history carries a theme of commitment. We've had decades of strong leadership, and right now over half of our Sunday school teachers have been serving for over 20 years. Such commitment builds long-running and meaningful programs, and we have them here at Kids Central. We have Sunday school, Vacation Bible School, Advent Workshop, and Spring Storm, weekend retreat with a fun reputation that's been thriving for over 30 years.
So if you had to summarize what we're about here in just a few words, what would you say?
I would say the first word would be the community, because the community, like, everyone here is so nice, and they'll take you in like right away. Even if you feel like you don't fit in, like they'll still like help you like get to know everyone and feel comfortable.
I moved to St. Louis in 1980, and I actually didn't know anybody here, but a friend of a friend told me to attend Central Presbyterian Church. So I did, and I joined the first Sunday, and I've been here ever since. This is my family. For 35 years, I've seen changes happen here, many changes, but one thing has never changed, and that is the proclaiming that Jesus Christ is Savior and Lord.
I'm excited about what God is doing in missions and outreach. We have so many people here at Central with a passion for missions here in the city and around the nation and around the world. You can see behind me the Micah House, one of our big ministries down in Honduras. So I'm excited about a pastor who comes with that same passion for people, for the nation and for the world. So we're excited to have you consider Central Presbyterian Church, and I'd love to talk to you when you get here about what God's doing in missions and in outreach.
I'm Bill Gladney, Chairman of the Senior Pastor Search Committee. Thank you for considering Central. We hope this brief video will give you a snapshot into the life of Central Church. Our mission at Central is to seek to glorify the triune God by embracing the gospel, building our community, making disciples, and transforming societies. Simply stated, we're called to know His Word, to be known in community with one another, and to make known by spreading the gospel throughout the community and to the ends of the earth. We've partnered with the search professionals at Job Fit Matters in this search. The opportunity profile, as well as the 2015 ministry report, is posted on their website as well as on Central's website. If you feel God may be calling you to Central, we invite you to give Tommy or Laura a call.